multiple drinks over here.
I got multiple as well. I got sparkling water, normal water, beer, another beer.
I almost grabbed a beer. I think I might grab one.
I have some sparkling clementine juice.
But I don't want to keep drinking that Dr. Pepper.
I have some Thirsty Goat.
Not sponsored by anybody yet, but Izzy or Thirsty Goat, feel free to hop on.
Thirsty Goat got hit by the Rona hard. I think they're shutting down.
Really?
Yeah.
They probably didn't get hit as hard as Corona.
The gym that I normally go to, the Gold's Gym, shutting down.
Got to do some workouts at home.
Yeah, I bought $1,000 worth of equipment.
That's ridiculous. My life hasn't really changed at all. Like, I just go to work and I just chill at home.
Oh, yeah. I've been saving more money because I'm not going to clubs and stuff.
Yep.
Not drinking, not seeing the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to see the baby?
Oh, yeah, I saw the baby.
You just said?
I saw the baby when he was like first popping off, and Hunter showed me him when I visited Pennsylvania. And then I came back here and he was only like 10 minutes away from my house.
The Carpet Burn music video?
What was that?
The Carpet Burn music video?
Yeah.
Saw him in the murder capital of Texas, I believe.
One of the worst cities.
That's
Kuwait.
awesome.
Well,
that's really great. He was in Denver a little bit ago, but I was like, honestly, probably gonna pass on that one.
Yeah, he's getting out of hand nowadays. He had his little moment of flame, but
I just don't think you're urban enough for that, Jake.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was.
Jake, I almost got killed at his concert.
Yeah, and I look way more, what would you say, targetable than you do.
Jake, I was the only white person at this concert, and I was the only person who didn't get patted down for a gun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Breaking racial profiling at the top of the podcast. I like it. But I think we're going to jump into it. What's going on, everybody? We are BFF. Don't get that confused with PFF, Pro Football Focus, although I do like their content and appreciate their analytics. But BFF stands for Bro Football Focus. Take a much less analytical route to studying and talking about football. Most of our takes are going to be based on feeling and just what we see. It's just going to be fun, some bro science. You know how it goes. My name is Hunter. I'll be your moderator, and I've never played football or anything like that, but I'm a huge Jacksonville Jaguars fan, as you can see. Got some Bortles action. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Go ahead, Austin. You can go first.
Alrighty. Well, I'm Austin. I will be one of the bros discussing the football. I'm a Bills fan, big Josh Allen guy. Not really, but I still believe. But
Do
go
you
ahead,
believe?
Jake. I believe.
Nice.
Capital
See,
T-I-L.
we're real football guys. We know the jargon.
My name's Jake. I have been a very passive football fan. In my days, would watch it when somebody else would put it on. Never go out of my way to get the stream. But this year I really hit it hard, and I'm a Patriots fan. So my mind's been in a twirl this last month. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to roll. I got some takes. I got some bare minimum data, and I'm ready to throw down.
Very cool. So, Jake, you being a Patriots fan, I think is the perfect place to start this one. Today being Tuesday, we got some pretty crazy news in the NFL world. Tight end Rob Gronkowski came out of retirement to be traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to play with his quarterback of choice, Tommy B. So, Jake, being a Patriots fan, what do you think about that?
Makes sense. It makes sense to me because my take on it is I was already planning the season without Gronk coming back at all. So if he wants to come back and play with Tom Brady, because obviously I don't think Tom's going to put in, any more than 3 years. He's just going to wrap things up in a nice place, nice weather, good place to move the TB12, calls up Rob, and he's like, hey, just, play 2 seasons with me, get an extra stack, and then we'll just retire here again. And it's, Gronk's like, you know what? I'm getting kind of bored out here. Maybe the WWE thing wasn't what he thought it was going to be. Came back. Makes sense. So I don't have any bad blood, but was definitely surprised at first that it happened. But once I saw it, I was like, makes sense. That's my take.
So you think Tom Brady's going to be playing in Tampa for 3 years?
Max.
Okay. Austin, you want to talk about Gronk on the Bucks reunited with Tommy B?
Oh, yeah. My favorite part about this whole transaction is the potential call that happened between Bruce Arians and Bill Belichick. I imagine Bruce called him up, inquiring about a Hall of Fame tight end, and Bill Belichick said, yeah, you can have him for a 4th. And
Now,
you know what? We'll throw in a 7th round pick too. Throws it in, gives him Gronk, sends him to Tampa.
did you see, I don't remember who said it, but last year, apparently the Lions were going to send a 1st rounder to New England for Gronk.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And Gronk was like, whoa, 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 I'm not playing with anybody but Tommy B. Don't think so, Patriots.
Yeah.
Wait a year, you lose some capital.
Do you think Rob smooch his son every now and again?
What?
Do you think Tom lets Rob smooch his son every now and again?
Yeah.
Even on the cheek a little?
When you have QB goat juices and tight end goat juices in the same smooch, I think that kid's going to be a star.
Yeah, touched by an angel.
Yeah. 2 angels.
So, Hunter, I don't think that the Patriots lost any capital because I don't think Gronk is going to go to the Lions no matter what the Lions are offering because they didn't have Tommy B. So he is going to go to the Bucks. So the Patriots either they don't have Gronk and nobody has Gronk, or they get a 4th round pick and the Bucks have Gronk.
Oh, I'm not saying it's like a bad deal for the Patriots. I'm just saying last year it was going to get done, for the 1, and then it all got shut down.
It could have got done for the 1 if Gronk wanted to go to Detroit, but nobody wants to play for Matty P. Come on now.
Everybody wants to play for Matt Patricia. He's got a pencil on deck at all times.
Say that to Darius Slay, bro.
I would say it to Darius Slay. I'd also say it to Matt Stafford, who loves playing for Matty P.
Well, big play Slay now on the Eagles because he didn't want to play for Matty P.
I think it's because he wanted money and not necessarily because he didn't want to be on the Lions.
Matty P, he's not going to offer up those big bucks.
No, he's a real meat and potatoes, X's and O's, Hoss kind of guy.
He's the kind of guy who leaves a Mountain Dew laying out to get flat so he can drink it flat.
Yeah,
because he prefers the taste.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean by that. Yeah. You guys got anything else to say about Gronk?
I mean, he's on the Bucks, and that's a good segue into the Bucks' new uniforms.
That is.
The uniforms are fucking sick.
You think the Bucks uniforms are sick?
I think so far they're all sick. I have not been disappointed.
Okay. Well, I guess we can rank ours now. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I'm pretty passionate about this, so
go for it, then, big fella.
So being as objective as I can, I think the best ones are the Chargers. The Chargers uniforms are fucking tight. The color rush, they're dark navy with just the outline of that bolt looks so tough.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the colors are sick. So I think for girls that don't know anything about football and only pick the team based on the jerseys, it's going to be tough this year because they're all pretty sweet. So number 1, definitely Chargers. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with the Patriots. I think I just like the solid navy.
Number 2, Patriots.
Yes.
And this is completely unbiased.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think that's like the all navy. That look is pretty dope to me.
Okay.
Definitely the Bucks for 3rd. That all gray is pretty sick. And then Falcons, and then Browns.
I completely forgot about the Falcons. Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that little two-tone, Johnny. It's kind of sick.
Okay. So you have your list. Can you just say them 5-1 real quick?
5-1.
Worst to best.
Worst to best. Browns,
Yeah.
Falcons,
Yeah.
Bucks,
Uh,
Patriots,
Yeah.
Chargers, the number 1.
okay. So Austin, you give your list and then tell me why.
All right. Well, I think the Chargers are just, innately number one. Like
Everybody likes Chargers jerseys. The powder blue, it's been a staple.
they had arguably the best jerseys, like for the past 10 years, but they got the variations, the different color schemes. They're just good looking jerseys. Derwin running around in that electric blue,
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be scary.
it's explosive.
Those highlighter yellow pants coming at you.
It's just speed, it's finesse, it's tact, it's
It's
everything you
power.
need. Yeah, if you want to win a championship, that's how you got to dress.
Some
Which
might
leads-
say it's shocking.
Yeah, which leads me to the Browns. The Browns have, the stinkiest colors in the league.
Browns are
No,
2?
no, I'm doing
Okay.
this. I'm going number 1, then I'm going to go number 5.
Okay.
I like this.
So the Browns, they're always going to be bottom of the barrel. Their jerseys are stinky. Their colors are stinky. Their owner's last name is stinky. And they're just never going to win anything significant wearing those colors. And they really don't change much year to year. The Falcons and the Bucks, I can kind of, group them up, neck and neck. So, but I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks better, but there's not much difference in their uniforms. And I'd probably put the Patriots. I'd put the Chargers 1, Bucks 2. I'd put the Patriots 3 because I think it's hard to change up a classic uniform when you won all those championships.
That's
And
fair.
just, when you think of the Patriots, you think of the timeless uniforms. You don't want to change them much. Then I put the Falcons. Then I put the Browns. I put the Browns last, even if you had all the teams in the league in there.
Okay. Cool.
Anti-Browns.
I had to do, just listening to your breakdown, I had to do an on the fly change to my list. Not only did I add the Falcons because I forgot them, but I also had to do a switcheroo at the 3 and 4 spot. So I'm gonna go 5-1. Give a little suspense. But I think coming in at number 5, obviously we have the Falcons. The two-tone like red to black on the jerseys looks stupid.
I think it looks kind of dope.
The numbers look really dumb. Dumb font. Don't like it. Looks stupid. Coming in at number 3, we're going to go with the Browns. When I saw them, I kind of looked at them and I questioned what was different at first. Because like Austin said, they're just kind of those poop colors. The way they have them arranged is fine. It's the best you can do with poop. I think they're fine. Nothing special though. I feel like when you unveil a new uniform, it should be something different, something eye-popping that the fans can get excited about, not just more of the same. But so that means coming in at number 3, we have the Patriots. I agree with everything Austin said about the keeping it timeless, keeping it classic. I feel like they just like removed a line or two and like sharpened it up. But here is where the list gets a little controversial. Pick 2 is the Chargers because those yellow pants are stupid. I don't like the yellow pants at all.
Yeah, the yellow pants, I could do without them.
I think if they made those yellow pants the powder blue, they would look really good and they would be far and away my favorite. But the yellow pants, they bring out too much of the Honey Dijon memories, and I don't like it. And of course, that leaves the Bucks for number 1. I just think they look clean. They look classic. When I see those uniforms, I picture like Warren Sapp breaking through a brick wall to come tackle me. So I just like it. They're classic. The pewter.
You know what I
they're
picture, honey?
real
I
pretty.
picture Tommy B dropping back and throwing some sweet, sweet passes to to Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, to Gronk and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and maybe O.J. Howard if he doesn't get traded, which he will.
And don't forget about Scotty Miller. He was a 5'9", 178-pound slot receiver that they took in the 6th round last year.
Is he a real cerebral Wes Welker type?
He's the kind of guy. He's first one in the gym in the morning. He's last one out.
Last one out,
He's
yeah.
studying the playbook. Nose is in there.
Real J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Cool. So hopefully, if everything goes to plan and I'm not too tired or lazy tomorrow, when we go through those things, I'll be like, uniform, boom, 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 and it'll look really cool. So we'll see what happens in post. But do you guys want to get into the meat and potatoes of the inaugural podcast?
I had one more after the list of the jerseys.
Yeah, go for it.
So looking at the rest of the teams, kind of how these jerseys, or not just the jerseys, but the uniforms have been rolling out, what style of what team are you really looking forward to if all the teams get made over? So for example, I want to see some Raiders black on black on black on black on black. I don't want to be able to see the numbers or the names. I just want straight, even matte black visors, just murder uniforms.
Black helmets too?
Yeah, I want them to look like Dementors. They should look like ghouls.
Wow, that's kind of scary.
So
if you want to draw that up, I'll pop it on the screen right next to you.
I mean, you could probably just do it with one black marker. Probably do the trick.
Yeah. I think the Jags uniforms suck currently, so I would like to see them go back to their first uniforms, like the 90s ones, the Fred Taylors. I think that'd be super cool.
What about you, Austin?
Out of all the teams, I'd probably choose the Titans right now, just to do a little makeover on. I really don't like the powder blue that they use. It just doesn't fit them the way that it fits the Chargers.
You don't like their little sword shoulder that they have?
I don't really, I think they could definitely do a little upgrade and make it a little fresher.
Yeah, for sure. I think those ones just came out last year though.
Yeah, give them some time to breathe.
Well, do you know what the cycle is? Don't you have to wear them for 5 years or something?
I'm not really sure how the contract works.
Yeah, that's another thing about BFF, the Bro Football Focus, is you're not really necessarily going to get facts. Don't report anything we say. You might want to fact check it first and then report it.
Now, this is just all off of my memory, but I'm pretty sure a few years ago, I'm talking 2011, the NFL had a deal with a Reebok.
Yeah.
Which only lasted a year.
Yeah.
Because I had a Reebok jersey.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, it was no good. It was no bueno after a year. They went right to Nike or Adidas or something right after.
Well,
so I don't think it's last year.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they have to wait.
It's been Nike.
They have to wait 3 or 5 years to change it, I think.
I'm sure once Nike gets their grasp on the unis, it's all over, dude. Who's going to outbid Nike now? For the NFL?
True. I mean, I don't know, dude. Adidas is kind of popping up over Nike, in my opinion, right now.
Not in football, though.
What do you mean not in football?
Even in soccer?
The only stake that Adidas has in football is they got the Addy Zero cleats at the combine, and if you run the 40 record, they'll give you $1 million. But half the guys don't even.
Do you not win the island anymore?
I don't think you win the island, dude.
Maybe that was just 1 year.
Not in this economy, not with the coronavirus.
Do it every year.
What, Jay?
So I don't think there's enough islands to do it every year.
No, you're probably right.
Maybe trash islands. We can start making those.
Trash islands, yeah. But no, I was just saying, in general, I think Adidas is sweeping over Nike in popular culture. I think Nike's kind of getting uncool.
Bring them back out of the mud.
Maybe, I don't know, but
let's get into this mock draft.
Yeah, y'all ready for the meat and potatoes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I want to preface this mock draft by saying it is Tuesday, the 22nd right now. The draft is on Thursday, so we thought we'd kick the BFF podcast off with a mock draft, I guess. It's not usually going to be like this. There's going to be more content, regular segments that we're going to be working out. But for today, the first one, we're going to give you the mock draft. So without further ado, Austin, I believe you are being the general manager of the Bengals, and you are on the clock with the first pick.
Yeah, this one's a no-brainer. You got to go Joe Burrow.
Okay.
I mean, the kids, it's a unanimous decision. Everyone knows it. He's the hometown hero. He's from Ohio. He played there his whole life. All of a sudden, he switches over. He heads to LSU, takes over the offense with, explosive weapons. Got Jamar Chase, got Jefferson, and he lights it up. Had like a 70% completion percentage. So, he looked like Tom Brady reincarnated his last year here. So I think the Bengals go with Joe Burrow.
You think the Bengals go with Joe Burrow? I mean, I also think that that's going to happen. But do you think Joe Burrow is a one-year wonder?
I mean, it's definitely not outside of the realm of possibility. I would definitely shit in my pants every night if I'm the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
Thinking about the season.
Had a lot of talent around him. I don't know.
So
What was that?
he also looks like Macaulay Culkin, so that's a positive.
He does.
Hopefully he doesn't get into meth or anything like that.
That's true. He does. But Jake, you are on the clock with the number 2 pick, and you are drafting for the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, so my thought is right away Tua off the bat.
Okay.
Granted, that's out of strictly being that the Redskins are, as some would say, booty cheeks. So they just need a playmaker. But my only fear is that they've had bad luck with injured quarterbacks, especially fresh out of college. But it would be right along character for that to come around and bite him in the ass again. So I'm gonna pick Tua.
Tua at number 2. Okay, this mock draft is off to a crazy start. Austin, what do you think about that number 2 pick? Any takes on that?
I mean, just absolutely blowing my mind. You take the kid out of Ohio State last year, Dwayne Haskins. You throw him in the fire in the middle of his rookie season. He does all right. He doesn't do the best, but then you give up on him right away. You throw Tua in there. Tua's coming off
You don't think they're already giving up? You got Riverboat Ron coming in trading for Kyle Allen, his boy.
So you're picking a quarterback who's coming off the hip injury that the greatest athlete in NFL history's career, Bo Jackson.
Listen, the pick happened. The pick happened. There's nothing we can do about it.
And let's look here. Do the Redskins make good decisions?
They did trade 3 drafts away to draft RG3, and then they subsequently ruined his career by playing him on a torn knee.
But they also drafted Kirk Cousins in the 5th round that year.
That's true.
I also want to point out that Tua had the lowest Wonderlic score of all the QBs.
He scored the same as Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson's been doing fine in the NFL.
He's been doing above average, some would say.
Yeah. Speaking of which, breaking news, Lamar Jackson accidentally leaked today that he's on the cover of Madden, which is pretty funny.
He's not going to do good next year. Don't take him in your fantasy league.
He doesn't believe in the curse. But
that's what they all say.
I'm drafting for the Lions at number 3, and I think Matt Patricia is currently salivating because the number 1 overall prospect on my board just fell right into his lap. They're going to take Ohio State edge defender Chase Young. Yeah. I think it's a no-brainer for Matt Patricia right there. With a team like Washington, I think there's really needs all over the place. So you kind of I'm not Washington, I'm the Lions. A team like the Lions, you do kind of have needs all over the place for the most part. So why not go ahead, get yourself a game wrecker and Chase Young, take the best player available.
All right. And So now I'm taking the place of the Giants right now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at number 4.
Number 4 pick.
They had one of the most historically versatile linebackers of all time in Lawrence Taylor. And now they're looking for the modern day version of Lawrence Taylor in Isaiah Simmons from Clemson.
Wow, Isaiah Simmons. Back in the day, they used to call him Isaiah Slimmons because he was so small.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about him. You can put him at safety if you feel like he's undersized for a linebacker, but he's plenty sized for a linebacker. He's 230, 240. He's like a heavy Derwin James that you can put, you can put him all over the field.
I
He
think
lined up at corner, safety.
maybe nickel. I mean, he's a real Swiss Army knife, but what do you think about the adage that players who play multiple positions really don't have a position?
I mean, I just named Lawrence Taylor. He played inside linebacker, 4-3 defensive end, 3-4 outside linebacker, and
I'm
he
just saying, like, linebacker, you switch a guy to safety, you switch him to corner. I feel like, I mean, if anybody's going to do it, I feel like, I guess the Giants are the team too. I mean, they're
when you
also
have a lot of holes to fill, Hunter, you take a guy who can shape into those holes.
Okay, that's I'm cool with it. Again, I think it's more of a best player available scenario. He's actually my number 3 guy.
It's a BPA type of thing.
Oh, I got a gift from Zoom. We've
Unlimited.
removed the 40-minute time limit on your group meeting. Cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's extremely helpful. So, Jake, I believe you're up.
Yeah, so the number 5 pick for Miami.
Yep.
Also have a second first-round pick later on. So
yeah, 3.
I think one according to me. Think I will go with out of Alabama, a safety. Yeah, we're rolling the dice here. Xavier McKinney.
So, Jake, I don't know if we can let that pick fly because there's no way that would ever happen.
Hunter, this is a mock draft. You don't know what the Dolphins are thinking.
That's true. Xavier McKinney off the board at 5.
And you're gonna say nothing is possible out of this?
Hunter, let me preface this with they already got Xavier. Who's their corner they got right now? Xavier
Howard.
Xavier Howard. You pair him with Xavier McKinney, and you got X squared, bro.
Yeah, that would
X don't give it to you, Hunter.
2 legitimate X factors to the defense based on the name alone.
You got Big Byron Jones over there just leaping all across the field, getting interceptions.
Big Byron, Big Xavier. Yeah, that's fine. We'll
These are all things that'll catch on and that'll get fans interested to go to the games, and that morale right through the roof.
Okay. I mean,
so,
we're
Xavier off the board. Sorry for whoever needed a safety later on, but
yeah. So on to the Chargers, I guess. So I think the Chargers here are kind of sad because the big quarterbacks they wanted are off the board. Chase is off the board. He wasn't going to fall to them anyway. Do the Chargers still not have a quarterback? Are they riding with Tyrod right now?
They got Tyrod, the Ty God Taylor.
All right. So if that's the case, I think here the Chargers are in a win now mode with Tyrod.
Yeah.
And they're going to go ahead and take the safest tackle prospect in the draft, Andrew Thomas.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to protect Tyrod Taylor if you're trying to win right now.
Yeah, hopefully Andrew Thomas is a centerpiece, and then maybe next year they're in the running for Trevor. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I just think all the players are off the board that they were really interested in. They don't really have a whole ton of holes on the defense, so why not shore up that offensive line?
You
Is
know,
DJ Fluker still a Charger?
oh, I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you.
Because if DJ Fluker's on your team, you probably want to draft a guy there, huh?
Yeah, of course. You want someone next to him to double team block people into oblivion.
Yeah, there you go. I think DJ Fluker might be on my list of ugliest NFL players.
He's definitely top 3, but
Yeah.
When you're a big nasty in the trenches, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. And I mean nothing negative by calling him ugly. It's just his face is unpleasant to look at. But that is a list for a later date. So the 7th overall pick.
With the 7th pick in the 2020 NFL draft, I think the Carolina Panthers, they lost Bradbury in free agency. They got secondary concerns. And at this point, the best player on the board right now is Jeff Okudah out of Ohio State.
Yep.
And they'd be fools not to take him.
They would.
So that's where I'm going.
As a Jags fan, that hurts, but I do get it, and
Checks all the boxes.
It's smart, yeah. Jake?
All right. The Arizona Cardinals with the 8th pick. I think they got some good help already coming to the offense, so we'll let that stew. And gonna go with an edge rusher, big-bodied, fast, Alton Robinson out of Syracuse.
Who?
Only the spiciest.
So was your plan for this just to throw wrenches in?
No, this is based on data.
Data.
Charts.
This is a Bill O'Brien move. This is what Bill O'Brien's got the plan, dude.
Bill O'Brien?
What was this guy's name?
Alton Robinson. I can't find him on the list.
Type it in.
Nah, I don't like typing.
Oh, I found him.
To be in the top players. I don't know.
I found him. All right, he's on.
Here we go.
Wow, Mel Kiper's losing his mind right about now, I think. So,
who is this guy?
Yeah, I think he has a more of a this guy's so crazy, but that's what we need right now.
Okay. I mean,
you take at number 8 in the draft. You take a real flyer.
NFL.com does have a 6.12 grade on him, which translates to a good backup who could become a starter.
I like the Hosses, and that Hoss is much, much faster than I am. So to me, that's an athlete.
I mean, I can't argue with you there. But
company.
On the clock now with the 9th pick, my Jacksonville Jaguars are looking around, and I think the ideal spot, I hate to say it, if this is what the board is looking like at this point, I think in real life they would trade down. I think a trade down with the Falcons is a real scenario in this draft. But
let's pull it off.
Yeah. No. We're not doing trades. No trades. Keeping it simple. But just for the record, I do think they're going to trade down from 9. And with this pick, I would want them to take a wide receiver to help out good old Gardner Minshew. But I think they would stick with the plan and sadly draft Derek Brown at Auburn.
Derek Brown?
That's a pick with my head and not with my heart. I'm not happy about it, but I think that's what they'd do if this is what the board looked like.
Wow. I mean, you lose Yannick.
Maybe.
You don't got big Calais.
Nope. But hey, Taven Bryan is primed for a crazy sophomore season.
I know Taven's is coming for people's heads.
Apparently, back end of last year's season, he kind of turned it on a little bit.
Wow.
Jags don't really get a whole lot of mainstream media attention, so that's probably why you haven't heard about him. Big T. The Wyoming Wild Man, as he's called.
All right, so I'm on the board with the number 10 overall pick in the Cleveland Browns. You know, I'm looking at a franchise. They have it all. They got receivers. They got a young quarterback they can't really, stray away from right now. They got solid defense. And they're historically known, they had Joe Thomas out of Wisconsin. So why not go Tristan Wirfs out of Iowa and protect that left side of the line for 10 years to come?
Smart pick.
Wow, that throws me in for a loop. I was
You got the Jets. We're going to take Big Tristan.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Can't happen. Not in this draft.
Who are they taking now?
Oh, wow. I think the Haas is the way to go with this one.
Which Haas are you talking about?
I don't know. I need the Haasiest Haas.
Hunter and I are intrigued.
You
Damn.
thinking
For a loop there, Austin.
I'm thinking who you're thinking, Hunter.
Okay.
Is first name starts with an M?
huh?
Looking at these brief descriptions, first words I read, humongous and athletic. And that's all.
Yeah.
I didn't read the rest.
Is it Mr. Becton?
It will
Mackay.
be Louisville or Lowellville, as they say down south.
Nolans.
Well, Jake, I think you didn't read that he failed his drug test earlier this week. So
Hear about
It was just a diluted sample.
good luck with
players who
drug addicts on your team trying to protect you. He's so high, can't even remember
I
who to
want them
block.
to be strung out at an unhuman level where they are just no pain, heart is about to explode, pumping full of adrenaline. That's a winner.
Yeah. I like the pick, Jake. I like the pick.
I like the picture.
Thanks. Like I said, I almost spit hot fire.
I do think out of all the top tackles in this class, though, Mekhi Becton has the highest bust potential, sadly. I think a guy that's not talked about before the combine and then runs crazy numbers, blows up, gets talked about. I just think he's a workout warrior, sadly.
Some have described him as the LeBron James of big fat linemen.
Here's a quote from an unknown source. Ability to manage his weight is a concern. That's good news. I want my height to just keep fucking going. I want you to be the largest individual you possibly can be.
Yeah, I mean,
If that's your only concern about your Haas, you got a good problem, I think.
he could probably gain like
More space.
75 pounds and still be as fast as your average lineman.
Just that pass block, just locked in. Right there. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Nice. Well, with that, John Gruden, he's licking his chops. He did not think that the board was gonna look like this when it got to him. He's like, what? The Dolphins? Xavier McKinney? Okay. But
He might trade a couple picks if he could, honestly.
right here, I think John Gruden, he doesn't know if he wants Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb here. I think Jerry Judy's the most polished receiver in the class. I think Henry Ruggs is the biggest X factor. I think CeeDee Lamb's the best overall guy. I think in this scenario, John Gruden takes the safest, surefire pick, and he takes Jerry Jeudy. Gives Derek Carr that reliable target.
Seems about right. I could see Judy in that Raiders uni.
Yeah.
And you got a guy like Derek Carr. You want to surround him with weapons. You want to give that cannon something to aim at.
Yeah, dude, you got Waller and Judy. That's you don't want to mess with that.
Perennial Pro Bowls all around the board, dude.
Jake,
All
if
right.
you like guys with drug problems, you'd love Raiders tight end Darren Waller. Well, not anymore because he's clean.
He's clean.
Allegedly.
So I
Not
take
trying
over.
to slander Darren Waller or anything here.
I'm at number 14 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm just thinking, Tom Brady,
Aren't you
with his
13 with the Niners?
Oh, yeah, you're 13, dog. I'm Tampa Bay.
Oh, Jake's Tampa Bay. All right. Go ahead. You traded up. You took the pick.
What?
I'm just messing with you.
Oh. Yeah, draft for the 49ers, dude.
Go on,
Austin
Jake.
drafted for the 49ers.
No, it's you. What do you mean?
Oh, you're the Bucks. You gotta take the Bucks pick.
Yeah, 14. You're 13, dog. The 49ers are 13th.
Is this true, Hunter?
Yeah. It's true.
Oh.
I got this on paper.
Yeah, I'm also looking at it right now. Raiders, Niners, Bucks. So you're the Niners, buddy.
All right, I'm one pick ahead in my draft, so I don't know how I got here. But, if I'm the Niners, I'm looking at the board. They just lost Emmanuel Sanders. They got to get weapons for their offense.
Did he retire?
Their defense. No, he moved. He's on a different team now, bro.
Where? The Saints?
He's on the Saints, I think.
This is why we need a Google guy.
Emmanuel Sanders is now on the Saints, dude.
Cool. Okay.
So, if I'm the 49ers, I lose Emmanuel Sanders. Deebo Samuel's balling out. I need another guy. I've got the 13th pick. I'm going to take Henry Ruggs.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to add some speed. Take that top off, baby.
You want to add more speed?
You take the top off with Ruggs, and you got Kittle and Deebo underneath.
You got Breida back there, dude.
Oh, you got Breida. You got
Mostert.
You got speed in the backfield. You want 5 or 6 guys who run a 4-2 on your offense.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I can't argue with that pick one bit. So Jake, you're on the clock with the Bucks.
Yeah. So I think they're pretty set with their receiving core and their passing options. So I feel like a little bit of ground game might be somewhere to go. All right.
Yeah.
So back in elementary school, they used to call this guy the Quickster. Out of Wisconsin, Jonathan Taylor.
Wow.
They that nickname was is a debatable fact, but you can report it and use me as the source.
So I like the prospect. I think he's the best back in the class. I think he's going to have the best NFL career. But Jake, I don't think a running back has been drafted in or how long was that drought where a running back wasn't drafted in the first round?
Oh, I don't know, man. We got McCaffrey and Elliott, and we've got a couple in Barkley. We got a couple the past few years.
I know, but before that, it was like a big gap, I thought.
Well, Marshawn Lynch and Peterson were 2008, 2007, 2007.
I think
so
it
it had
like
to be there.
The year with Geis, maybe.
It had to be between 2010 and 2015, maybe.
I don't know. Either way, that's they do need one, but I think that's highly ridiculous for that pick. But it's the mock. It's what's happening. It is what it is. That's why we have you here, Jake. You got the wild takes.
You're really cramping my style. Austin's rolling with my picks left and right.
Listen, I'm not cramping your style. I'm just
bringing guy right now.
I'm just bringing a breath of reality into the podcast. I know our viewers know that that's probably an improbability, but dare to dream, I guess.
Dreams come true.
Yeah, Tom Brady loves running backs. He always thrown to James White. He's always checking down.
He's got Ronald Jones.
Jonathan Taylor has ran for like 1,900 yards the past 4 seasons in college. I could see it. It'd be a stretch, but I could see it.
Under 6 foot, so he's a small little baby type. Can't even see him.
You get those little babies out there, dude. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right, it's a maybe, probably not. We'll see. So what? I'm on the clock here with the Broncos.
You got the Bronx.
I think it's pretty clear what goes on here. Broncos pretty happy that they're still one of the top 3 guys on the board. Although, actually, you know what? I think I might do something a little wild here. Through the grapevine, I have heard that the Broncos are interested in a specific wide receiver, and it is not CeeDee Lamb. So, with the 15th overall pick, I think the Denver Broncos are going to target Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, LSU.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who is this again?
Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, LSU. So, Falcons.
Oh, I'm like way behind on this, but let's roll. My computer skills aren't that great. That's why I have the old stationery, as the kids say.
Stationary. Alrighty. So I'm the Falcons right now.
You are the Falcons, yeah.
And I'm looking at this board.
Yep.
And, you know, I didn't think they envisioned it getting to this point.
I don't think anybody thought the draft was going to look like this.
All right. How many more years do you think Matty Ice has, realistically? Top tier.
Top tier? I don't think he's top tier anymore right now.
Top 15.
Top
How
15?
many more years do you think he's got, dude?
I don't know. He can probably play at a high level for a quarterback for probably 3 or 4 more years.
The Falcons have always coveted having 2 top-tier wide receivers. When they had Roddy White, they drafted Julio. When they had Julio, they drafted Calvin Ridley. Now, I think they want to make it a tree piece. And I think they're taking CeeDee Lambs out of Oklahoma. I think they're going for the all-explosive offense. And
That surely would be a hard offense to lock down. So I'm cool with that pick.
I don't think they envisioned it getting that far, but they had to do it.
Yeah, no, they absolutely didn't envision the board looking like this one bit. So Jake, you're sitting here at 17. Now this right here is a pick where I could see Xavier McKinney, your number 5, coming off the board. But the Cowboys, they're shaking in their boots because their guy's gone. We went at 5.
He's gone, dude.
You know, what are you going to do?
Not draft Xavier McKinney, that's for sure.
Damn straight. So
Pay off, Hunter. It might pay off.
I had my little cronies, my little research team, look into the needs of the old Cowboys.
You going for a sleeper here? Sleeper pick?
So I think we're going to go defensive on this one.
Okay.
With Ohio State's corner, Jeffrey Okudah.
So he's gone.
He's gone. He's off the board.
He's off the board.
Yeah, so he went number 7.
Well, my
This
crony.
is how the real draft is going to go. People are going to miss out on what's going on. It's virtual.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to really simulate the draft. There's going to be some technical problems. There's misinformation.
Little did people know the BFF podcast was actually contracted by the NFL to test it out, and this is it right now.
It is true. So far,
cut that part out. I signed an NDA.
In my
That's not what the league knows that the Cowboys were targeting Okudah, but it's too late. They couldn't.
So let's.
They wanted Okudah.
Let's, because obviously I was about 7 picks behind, so I was just flying. Hopefully still on the board, C.J. Henderson.
Yeah, he is. That's a great pick, Jake.
All right, let's roll. He's also a quickster at a 4.39, much faster than myself. Yeah, 6'1", 204, so roughly same height and weight as me. Probably same body percent fat. I've been on a pretty strict regime.
He's a
But
better athlete than the average person.
yeah, I would say. So yeah, we're gonna roll CJ Henderson.
Okay. I like the pick. Funny enough, I thought, or I think CJ Henderson has the potential to eventually be the best corner in this class.
Oh,
I know Akuda is like the sure thing, can't miss prospect at the corner in this position. But I don't know. Something about CJ I really like. I also really like Christian Fulton's hips. They're very smooth. Change of direction is very good. But just so all of our viewers know, back in the day, I also thought that Vernon Hargraves might have a better career than Jalen Ramsey. So I'm not the best at projecting cornerback success in the NFL.
That might be a good comparison to Akuda and Henderson right now, honestly.
You think?
I mean, Akuda might be a Ramsey to Henderson's Hargraves.
Think I pulled off the comp? You don't think it's just because it's a Florida State thing
I
or a
think
Florida
Henderson,
thing?
I think Henderson will be much better than Hargraves.
Yeah, I hope so.
See him more of like a Marlon Humphreys type.
Ooh, I like that. Marlon Humphrey's good.
now a quick aside, Hunter. What hurt more, the Jags losing Blake, or the Jags losing Jalen Ramsey?
Jalen Ramsey,
100%.
110%. I think if the Jaguars, starting with the decision of cutting Allen Robinson and signing Marquise Lee, I think if you take that, do a little revisionist history, you cut Marquise Lee, you sign Allen Robinson, you don't re-sign Blake Bortles after the championship. You draft Lamar Jackson instead of Taven Bryan, obviously, and maybe even take Mahomes instead of Fournette the year before. Who knows? But
It's 2020, dude. Come
yeah,
on.
that's what I was just about to say. You can't live in the past. It is what it is. When I'm their GM someday, I'll do it right, and that's all that matters. But am I on the pick with the Dolphins right now?
I think you are.
I'm on the clock.
Now, Hunter, keep in mind you already secured the safety position earlier in the draft.
True.
You can take whoever you were planning at number 5 with this pick potentially.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are kind of losing their minds over the fact that this guy's still here, so they're going to go with Jedrick Wills,
Ooh.
offensive tackle, Alabama, because
You lose Laramie last year in the trade.
and I've been hearing nothing but how the Dolphins would love to move up from 18 into the top 10 possibly to secure one of those top tackles. But luckily in this draft, they fell right to him.
Wow.
Yeah. Looks like the Raiders are on the clock. The Raiders.
And the Raiders are absolutely licking their chops right now.
A lot of chop lick in this draft.
They're looking at the board.
Yeah.
The board is chocked full of premium talent, playmakers, hosses, quarterbacks. You know, honestly, I think if Johnny Gruden is looking at this board, he's going to take a Gruden grinder. He's going to take a guy who's going to play every down. He's going to be a hard-nosed football player. He's going to be quick to the ball. He's going to hit hard.
Is it Javon Kinlaw?
I think it's Javon Kinlaw.
Cool.
And I think he's thrown him in the middle of that defense. And they might have struggled sometimes stopping the run. They might have not had the best pass rush, but they got more out of their rookie last year than they envisioned. But I think Javon Kinlaw, he's got a lot of upside.
Yeah,
He's a hot.
I think Kinlaw has a higher ceiling than Derek Brown.
Yeah, they're kind of neck and neck. It's kind of, kind of pick of the litter, choose your poison.
I think it's weird because like Derek Brown and Ed Oliver were compared pretty heftily. And I'm pretty sure Ed Oliver, like his stats were a lot better. So I don't know why like Brown and Kinlaw are so high in this draft when Oliver was like middle of the pack last draft.
Ed Oliver played at Houston, which is a much smaller school, and he played nose tackle at. He only weighed like 280 pounds. So coming in the NFL, there's a bunch of concerns on how much he weighed and the talent that he was going up against.
So you think with Brown, it's just the Auburn effect?
Well, Brown, he's been going up against SEC horses. He's been going up against the creme de la creme of, big fat, heavy people in college football.
Tosses.
Better competition for sure.
He's pretty safe. He's a safe pick.
Yeah. All right. So Jake, you got my Jags.
Yeah. Speaking of picking your poison and picking of litters, I think another Haas is going to be drafted this time. If still on the board, because I have been slipping. Going to go with Derek Brown.
Off the board. We were just talking about him.
Yeah.
He was actually the Jags pick at number 9, funny enough.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to stick along.
They're like, so must say twice, Hunter.
Let's go Jordan Elliott, big fat Haas.
Who?
Jordan Elliott out of Missouri.
Okay.
Big fat, morbidly obese Haas.
I've never heard of this guy in my life.
This hurts me, but it's the pick. I'm going to have to write his school down next to his name on my board.
It's a Doug Marone type of guy, Hunter. It's the type of guy you want.
We've had our scouts there for 4 years at Missouri.
Technically sound and athletic enough to fit any scheme.
Jeez.
Any scheme, Hunter.
Jake, did you look at like a top 100 players or like a top 50 players or anything?
No, this was all grassroots natural resources. I was calling hometowns. Old Pee-wee coaches tell me about this kid. It was a lot of time put into this.
And I told you Jordan Elliott was the guy at 20.
Jay Elliott, Hunter, it's happened before, dude.
Hey,
Travis Frederick out of nowhere. It happens, dude. You don't be Sebastian Janikowski in the first. You're gonna get these surprise picks here and there.
For sure. And I'm glad we have that wild card aspect. But
that's my role.
Yes, it is.
The hot takes.
Now on the board at 21, the Eagles, they're liking this board. They were probably hoping that one of the top wideouts was going to fall to them. They didn't. I could see them reaching for a T. Higgins here, maybe even a Jalen Reagor, more second-round guys. But with this pick, I think they are going to shore up that secondary because it's a bad situation over there in Philadelphia. They're going to pass the top guy on my board, Christian Fulton, and they are going to take a swing at Clemson cornerback A.J. Terrell.
Wow.
I think they trust Terrell a little more than Fulton. Pretty sure he's a little bigger. Could be wrong about that, but how their names sound, I think A.J. Terrell's probably a little bigger.
I think of Jay Green and Terrell Pryor. They're both 6'4".
Yeah. But I think they just completely don't even look at Trevin Diggs because he's a bad cornerback.
All right.
You don't agree with that?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. Oh, I was talking to Jake.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was talking to Austin. I wasn't talking to Jake.
Well, still.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
All right, Vikings. Via the Bills, no less.
All right, if I'm the Vikings, they lost a lot of guys in free agency. And they're looking at the board. He's looking all right, man, but some talent has slipped. And I think they got to go. If you're picking 22nd, this is, an extra first round pick and Tristan Wirfs falls to you this far down, I think you got to take him.
Tristan
And
Wirfs was taken at 10.
Was he?
Yeah.
Who was 10? Browns?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. It's Browns, Wirfs, and then the Jets took Becton.
Ooh, okay.
SARS.
Mind, there was a smoke screen. There was a smoke screen there going Wirfs. I think they rebuttal. They couldn't get worse, but they can pick up Christian Fulton, and they can replace some of that secondary that's been depleted.
Yeah, is Xavier Rhodes still a free agent?
Xavier Rhodes is out of there. He's gonzo. And
I like it because Christian Fulton is already used to purple.
yeah, he's a purple guy.
Yeah.
Well, people eater. So.
Wow, look how this worked out. Jake, I think you have your guys.
I do. So, in my personal opinion, I haven't heard too much. I don't really think this draft's cared about that much this year. There's so much going on. Just gonna let this one pass, figure shit out, wait till next. But I think just getting a nice tall receiver in there out of Clemson, T. Higgins.
Okay. So I like this pick because at least this dude is like a top 50 guy.
It's a top 50 guy. He's got a second-round grade. Bill Belichick rarely ever drafts receivers in the first round, even though he did last year.
Just get him in there, have him running some routes, learning the system. And then once the quarterback situation gets figured out, then really start hitting the grindstone.
I think pairing him and N'Keal Harry could be quite deadly.
That's a freaking jump ball massacre right there waiting to happen.
Who's getting updates?
My Yahoo systems are out of date.
Wow. All right. So I'm going to make this pick, and then I'm going to have to take a pee really bad. So you guys can continue without me or not, and just refresh me when I get back. You're going to pee too? No, I'm picking first.
Do you guys all want to take a peeps, and then we'll just cut it out?
I can act like it never happened.
Well, let me pick, because I was 3, so it'll...
Well, just cut it in post, and then we'll come back and you can pick.
No,
cut it in post.
We haven't need to cut yet. There's no post. It is milk. He's got a mouthful of Oreos, that mother trucker.
No, it's brown.
Jake, you trying to build up your bone density?
Always. It's pretty sweet. We get milk here. It's in a glass container, and you buy it for like $3 per half gallon. And then you bring the glass bottle back to the store, and they give you $2 back. And it's Colorado's finest pasteurized free-range cow milk. It's delicious. It's the best milk.
Right, I don't want to hear about your cow milk, Jake.
In Texas, they just bring the udder right up to your mouth, squeeze it on in.
Listen, fellas, the Saints are on the clock, and they're taking someone from LSU. Gotta replace the often injured Kiko Alonso, and they're gonna try and do that with Patrick Queen.
Patty Queens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I think the backer from Oklahoma is better than Queen, but I think Queen will go first.
Oh, yeah.
I think LSU is going to have a lot of people overdrafted. But, yeah, so that's 24.
And I'm up next.
Yeah, with the Vikings again.
Vikings are back on the board. So we just solidified the cornerback position. We're looking around. We got to replace the wide receiver that we lost, Stephon Diggs. The top talent's already off the board, but you know what? You got to take a shot. You got to take a shot here. And we're going to go LaVisca Chenault Jr.'s
Wow.
out of Colorado.
You know, he plays extremely physical. I think if he can make it through an NFL season, he'll be a good receiver.
And you got Adam Thielen's coaching him up on the sideline.
True.
You got Kirk Cousins throwing him those sweet softballs over the middle.
It's a great place to come in and learn how to play football.
You got Dalvin Cooks alleviating the pressure from you.
Yeah.
So.
Just sound mechanics over there in Minnesota. By the book. It's real good. Frank Ragnow, is he on the Vikings? I think Pat Eiflin.
Yeah, Pat Eiflin maybe.
Pat
Ragnow's on the Lions.
Either way, Jake, take your pick.
All right. With the Dolphins again for me. It's still on my board. Might not be on your guys' board. But I'm going to go with out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. He's probably going to go in the top 10.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
in a
all
draft,
fast, obviously from Oregon, so he's swaggy. You know, you can't argue with that.
he's got long hair.
Yeah.
He's got a cannon.
I think Justin Herbert's going to be a real stinker in the NFL, but that's just me.
Hey.
He reminds me of most guys who are 6'5" and have a cannon, you know, like a Brock Osweiler type, or maybe a...
Isn't Brock Osweiler like 6'7"?
Yeah, just, you know, I'm just talking like a tall guy, you know, just a big tall guy with a good frame.
It's helpful to be tall.
Yeah. No, I could, out of all of your picks, Jake, I could see Herbert end up on the Dolphins.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe not.
I think all these picks are going to happen to a team.
Actually, Jake, funny enough, I could see your 26 and your 5 being switched.
That's fair.
Like, that could happen. But either way, it's a lock. 27, the Seahawks, perennial playoff team with Russell Wilson. You got to do a better job at protecting him. You're going to take Josh Jones. Tackle, Houston.
Big ol' hooser.
What?
So I'm the Ravens. I'm sitting here at 28.
Are you salivating at all?
The world is, quite frankly, my oyster.
Yeah, it's a weird world.
The Ravens, however, they have a high standard on defense. They like taking playmakers. They like taking guys who fit their scheme. And I think Kenneth Murray, linebacker out of Oklahoma, is that type of guy.
Wow. See,
he's a real T.J. Mosley type. He's the type of guy you want to get in there. He can blitz. He can cover a little bit. He can stop the run.
See, right there, I was feeling more of a Grant Delpit, but, you know, when you need a linebacker, you need a linebacker.
I was looking at Delpit. The way the Ravens build their team is front and back. They like to get the front seven solidified, then get the secondary. They got a good secondary already.
Yeah, I just figured Earl Thomas
just signed
to be there for another year. So why not?
The Ravens, they'll take their veterans.
Yeah, big BPA guys for sure. But
All right.
Jake, you're on the clock at 29.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go back to the Ask Jeeves cronies.
Oh, your cronies are Ask Jeeves.
Yeah. Ask Jeeves and Bing only.
Wow.
Huh.
They should do a commercial for Bing with Chief Keef, but he says Bing like he says bang. Be sweet.
All right. So the cronies are saying, if still on the board, which I had to preface every pick with at this point, because I have an unreliable source.
I
We're
feel
going to
you.
go with, sounds like an ethnic name. AJ Epinesa?
On the board. Good pick.
Okay. Then,
That's
we're
not
going to
too
roll with that.
Sweet. I'm proud of you. That's a good one.
5. Big body.
You got Mikey, right? Well, he loves big, linemen and outside linebacker type guys who
And
can rush the pass.
they just lost Jarrell Casey, didn't they?
Oh yeah, and he's a vegan, so
Yeah,
but
dude.
he's gone.
Well,
There we go.
Us?
Packers are on the board. Packers are a strange team because I feel like as long as you have Aaron Rodgers and David Bakhtiari, you're probably going to be scoring some points. They have cornerbacks. That one year they drafted like 3 of them.
Yeah,
They could use a wide receiver, but I feel like the value isn't really there right now for that.
it's a deep draft.
Yeah. So right here, who are the Packers safeties?
Oh god,
I don't even know.
give it a depth chart.
I Google it.
They got Clinton. No, Clinton Dix is
He's
on the
on the
Bears.
Redskins, right?
Morgan Burnett.
And who?
Nick Collins.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, those are their safeties from 2011.
Hey, again, Ask Jeeves.
Okay. Darnell Savage and I guess they signed Adrian Amos.
Oh yeah, they do have Amos now.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, those are good
So I guess
safeties.
Delpit's
Savage was
probably
a
off the
rookie.
board for me there. However, I'm looking at their defense and just value here. I think they're gonna grab another LSU guy off the board and take Clavin Chasen.
Wow.
I couldn't offhand name you anybody on the Packers D line except for Clark. So why not get some extra pressure there?
Fair enough.
Maybe Mims in another world. I don't know. But right now in this one, we're going with Chasen.
With the 49ers, who do we have the first 49ers pick go to?
What number is that?
13.
I think they took Ruggs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ruggs is off the board. Yeah, I think you gotta take Grant Delpit's still on the board. I think you gotta shore up the defense a little bit. Take a hitter. Take a guy who can force some turnovers.
Yeah. Delpit and Jasqueaky.
You put Delpit with Jasqueaky back there, and
It's a deadly
it's a
combo. All right. Well, Jake, you have the honors of the last pick in the draft.
Yeah, so last pick, Chiefs obviously don't need anybody to win. So with me at the Matterhorn, I'm going to, out of LSU, linebacker Jacob Phillips. Because I got the power to draft myself, so let's do it.
Fair enough.
All right, well, that was a fun one.
He didn't do well at the combine, but
Hey,
his
better
tape's
than
not the best.
Well, in retrospect, I'm interested to see how our mock holds up to the real draft and others' mock drafts for that matter.
Oh, for sure.
It's at 93 at least % accurate.
So, Jake, I'm looking at these grades here, and pretty much everyone you picked is in red.
That's
But
interesting.
that's okay. And I picked Chase, and that's also red. So,
Can
what?
we should do some kind of bet on who gets the most correct out of us three.
I'd lose.
Yeah, no, you definitely would. But
a nice congratulations from me.
yeah, what would I mean? We can make it a contest, but I don't know what the winner gets or anything.
We'll make it a contest. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, a gentleman's arrangement. Jake, what I will say is that with your number 2 pick, you have the only 100 draft pick.
You only need one.
Yeah. Wow.
Tua?
Yeah, Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
What can I say? I had the insider info.
To the Vikings, nonetheless.
The Buccaneers got a 30.7 draft grade for taking Jonathan Taylor. I just don't think they loved the value there.
What's the low here? I think 30.5.
Okay.
Number 27.2. The number 10 pick for the Browns, Justin Jefferson.
What?
Was the lowest.
The Browns didn't take Justin Jefferson.
That's probably why my list was fucked up.
The Browns took Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah, I got a.
Jake's like start to take a test on a Scantron and miss bubble one, and you get all of them wrong.
Yeah, that's happened.
It just keeps it going.
That's
all right. I think I have the right one. I'll make a little graphic for it for the next cast when we do it. We can put like one here, and we'll be like, check that's right, X that's wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be super sweet.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Cool.
All right, fellas. Well, I think that was a wonderful inaugural Bro Football Focused podcast.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to cover or say before we cut it short?
Oh, no, I think
all the fire ideas are going to come the next upcoming episodes. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're going to have a draft recap. We're going to have a weekly segment, which I'm pretty excited about, which I'm going to call the Hot 32. Very excited about that.
32.
Yeah, we have the hot dog meter, which is a Bro Football Focus exclusive metric. I know I said in the beginning that we weren't big metrics guys, but this was developed in-house, and I think it's really good for gauging, I guess, just excitement and electricity of players, I think.
The HDR.
Yeah, the hot dog ratio. But other than that, we'll have a lot in store for you.
Definitely.
For those who did, thanks for checking out the first podcast, even though I feel like it's going to be a hard 0. But hey.
1 plus or minus 1?
Yeah, we'll have a Huffy. He'll watch like the first 5 minutes or something.
Hunter, I don't receive that negativity, all right?
Okay, cool.
We're going to go viral. We're during the virus craze. We're about to go viral.
I've been thinking about making shirts that say "Get Infected." I feel like it would make a few people mad.
Yeah, we'll sell a couple of those.
Yeah. Get infected with Bro Football Focus.
We'll do some big time clickbait, and we'll get some people to click.
Yeah, I'll make the thumbnail boobs for sure.
We'll get some merch rolling out maybe after episode 10. Solid 10 episodes, we can get some merch going.
Yeah.
Probably like $10,000 at least.
10 viewers.
I'm
going to figure out how to put this on iTunes and SoundCloud and all that.
Definitely iTunes, maybe MySpace. We want to like maybe just have it playing on chat roulette so people can just tune in randomly.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good
Yeah.
audience.
Put it in your fave 5, your T-Mobile fave 5. Yeah.
Definitely.
But all right, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Thanks everybody who watched. Hope there's a lot more of these.